Welcome to the Bend Like Bamboo podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Campbell, kinesiologist, resilience coach, and author who knows what it feels like when your body betrays you or burnout nearly breaks you. This podcast is for those healing from chronic conditions and autoimmune disease, and also for leaders navigating burnout and overwhelm. You're about to hear real stories of transformation, the messy middle, the breakthrough moments, the science, and practical tools that actually work. Because resilience isn't about being unbreakable, it's about learning to bend without breaking. Let's dive in. Today, I get to do something that genuinely fills my heart. I get to introduce you to one of my favorite humans and someone I've had the privilege of knowing personally for a very long time. Nicole Shir is the founder of Aura Oil and the face behind one of Townsville's leading anti-aging clinics. But long before she was any of those things, she was someone I watched build something from pure belief, grit, and an unshakable desire to help women feel confident in their own skin. Nicole is an aesthetic nurse practitioner with a deep expertise in skin rejuvenation, hydration, acne management, and age-defying treatments. She works with some of the most advanced technologies available, including microchanneling and regenerative treatments, and she sees firsthand every single day what real skin transformation actually requires. But what makes Nicole truly remarkable isn't just her clinical expertise, it's what she did with it. She looked at the women coming through her clinic, women just like you and me, getting incredible results in the treatment room, but then going home completely overwhelmed by a 10-step skincare routine. You all know it, you've been there before, and they didn't have time for that, and they didn't even actually need it. And she thought there had to be a better way. And so she created one. Aura Oil was born from that moment. One powerful multitasking product designed to simplify skincare for time poor women who still want glowing, plump, healthy skin without the overwhelm. But here's what I know about Nicole that her bio doesn't quite capture. Aura Oil wasn't just built from expertise, it was built from resilience, from backing yourself when the vision wasn't yet visible to anybody else. From long nights, financial pressure, reinvesting everything, and showing up anyway. And that's exactly why she belongs on this podcast. Nicole, welcome to Bend Like Bamboo. I am so glad you are here. So, Nicole, I've had the joy of knowing you personally for a long time now. Actually, when was it? When did we meet?
I was trying to think about that.
It
It
was
would have to be
when
20.
when Nicole was working in beauty, my
It,
sister in Camberwell.
I think it would be like 2000, yeah, about 20, maybe 24 or 5. Yeah, something around that, 25 years ago.
Well,
So
2000,
2002 or
that was before I was diagnosed with MS.
yes. And then because I remember when you went to Port Douglas and that all happened. So what year was that?
So it was just
That,
before 2004 then, because I was
yeah.
diagnosed in
Wow.
2004 when I was 24 years old. So yeah, we're about 24. Wow.
Oh, it's such a long time.
It's like 20 years. It's 20
I know, it's a
years.
long time. And you haven't
Um,
changed at all.
and I remember you coming into my clinic in
Yeah.
Camberwell when I first worked as a kinesiologist, and you came for
Yeah.
sessions. You were wanting to be a mum, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was. And we've
Was
always
it?
supported each other. Remember, I had the fashion business as well, and you lent me your Botox
Yes.
machine.
I remember. Oh, now it's all coming back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Oh, you've just got such a beautiful heart, and that's why I'm so excited to share
Mm.
your story with my community today. Um,
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for your time this morning.
That's
So,
okay.
I know there's a version of your story that most people don't see behind your beautiful brand Aura Oil and your beautiful clinic that you have. But for everyone listening who's meeting you for the first time, can you take us back to the beginning? Who was Nicole before all of this, and what was the moment that made you think I'm going to build something of my own?
What a great question. And I think that I thought about this and I've always really struggled with who I am or as a person. What am I on this earth for? Like, what's your true, meaning behind being here? And so, yeah, I always knew that I genuinely cared about people. So even from a young age, I was drawn to helping and healing in such a small way. So making people feel better about themselves because I know how good it feels to feel that way. So that was really important to me. And yeah, so before Aura and the clinic, I was a nurse. I've been in the industry for about 25 years and I've seen a lot over those years. So I've seen incredible results, but also a lot of frustration from patients that, literally are overwhelmed and confused and not getting the real outcomes they wanted. So I became really passionate about educating and simplifying skincare because so many people were doing so much, using the wrong ingredients. And this is really important, being misled by trusted people. So they didn't necessarily have their best interests at heart or in mind. And, that comes down to greed and all those other kinds of things. So that really got to me
Yeah.
because I think that I'm a giving person and I wanted to be treated that way. So yeah, I guess, and being a mum now of nearly 11 years and juggling life and everything in between, I truly understand what it's like to be time poor. My gosh.
Yeah.
If I could just tell you what's on today, as you know, it's exhausting. So we want to feel comfortable in our own skin. And I guess the moment that shifted for me is that I realized that I didn't want to work in the system. I didn't want to, I wanted to create something better.
Yeah.
And so something that was effective and simple, but that actually worked, So that's when Aura Oil started. And
Mm.
it was, it's not labeled as a product, but it's a solution. So yeah, I became really obsessed with sourcing like really high quality ingredients. So understanding skin on a deeper level because I didn't understand that when I was a nurse. I was just understanding, anatomy and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I wanted to really transform people's skin without that, a million step, 10-step routine. And I really wanted to remove the complexity. So yeah, I guess opening my clinic was the next step and the natural step. So providing a place where people felt comfortable, supported, educated, which is really important,
Mm.
and confident. So yeah, this is where I didn't think that it was a business decision at that stage. I just wanted something like a sanctuary for people to feel, something that I felt like I had to do for people that they felt that way, and yeah, they didn't feel like it was clinical. So yeah, because when you've seen what I've seen in over 25 years, it's you know that there's a better way to support people, but also to support their body and mind as well. So yeah, I think that hopefully that
Absolutely.
answers your question.
Yeah, it totally does. Why do you think it's the opposite way in the industry with some services or even practitioners? Why do you think that happens?
I have absolutely no idea. And I just recently went to a conference and, all the hype that's been put into these certain treatments are marketed a certain way without, they've got so much bias. They've been, sponsoring their own studies. It's just, I'm going to be careful with what I say, but it is a little bit backwards. It's corrupt. It's so wrong. And it's greed driven.
Yeah,
There's no real. That's why I'm so passionate about this because
yeah.
I really want to help people, and it just that annoys me. I don't know why it's like that, but I think that it's because of the dollar signs, and you produce something and you've got a celebrity endorsing it, and then all of a sudden it's amazing, but it's not really.
But it's all about
Um,
making money and
yeah,
marketing and
so
business growth rather than really, caring about what the product's actually doing and your oil is amazing. I mean, I'm just looking at your
thank you.
skin now and it's just glowing.
Because, I thought about it just then what you're saying that because caring is exhausting. Like it's hard. Like I'm
Yeah,
exhausted every single day because I'm answering DMs all the time without getting paid, because
yeah,
I love it and I want to help people.
yeah,
But, that the other way is potentially, it's all scripted and it's robotic and, in and I don't know, like, yeah, it's
yeah.
it's probably because it's hard work.
Well,
And
yeah, and it's like cooking. If you cook with love, you can feel it in the food. It tastes more
yeah,
delicious. The energy shifts, and that's
oh,
what you've created
absolutely.
with Aura Oil. The energy of you
Oh,
is in it. Like you've
oh,
got such beautiful packaging. I'm obsessed. You've got body oil, you've got
yay.
face oil, and there's a bit of a difference between the face oil and body oil.
Absolutely. So I wanted to make it a little bit thinner, and it's less
Mm.
concentrated because, to be able to really smooth, rub it in all over your body, it's a bit hard to get that consistency with your face oil. You can still
Yeah.
use it on your body, but yeah, it's beautiful. And we also have a few other little things coming, so have
Oh.
to stay tuned.
Well, I've
I
also
just want to,
got your perfume as well, which is super
yes.
cool. It's a
Oh,
beautiful
that
roll-on, organic, natural, and you've still got your beautiful signature, liquid in there, but it just smells divine.
it's yeah, double the strength in the perfume. And that's another thing I was talking about yesterday about perfumes and about how toxic they are. So I'll talk a
Yeah.
little bit about that, yeah, later about heavy metal toxicity myself. And that's another reason why I started this. But yeah, we'll get
No,
into
well,
that.
let's talk about it. Tell me, this is where we're at already. And by the way, this is your lip gloss that I absolutely love. I have not been able to find a lip gloss better than this. I'm seriously not just saying that. It's
Really?
so
Oh,
moisturizing, but it's not too runny, it's not too thick. And look, my lips, I can just feel they're truly getting conditioned, and the
yeah.
consistency is amazing. Yeah, no, you've done a good job,
It's
babe. You've done a really, really good
Thank
job.
you. It's the castor oil, and we added some peptides. And Savannah had her own little she decided that she wanted the strawberry flavor. So we that's the difference between the sunny and the aura. So it's very
Love it.
sweet. But yeah,
Love it.
I can talk about the metal toxicity. About
Yeah.
20 years ago, I we did some hair tests, and Dad went through the whole thing as well. And that's what I learned about. It changed everything for me because I forced to slow down
Yeah.
and look at what I was putting in my body because I was getting eczema and irritable gut, that has lots of gut problems, and of course from the gut, it stems to your brain and it affects everything, as you know. So I became really aware about our bodies and our function, and when they're supported at the cleanest natural way possible, everything just thrives. So that's when my passion came for clean living, and the ingredients deepened further. So I actually started questioning everything.
Hmm.
And which is what I get my clients to do. Every time they come in, I haven't heard of the brand that they're on. I'm like, just look at what's in there. Like, how many ingredients can you pronounce them?
Yeah.
And how are they processed? Try to go organic where you can. So yeah, I know when your body's under so much stress, you have to reduce the load, not add to it. So we can't be adding these perfumes that are, pretty much 100% toxic. And that's why I made that perfume, because it's 100% organic and it will not interfere with your endocrine system. And, people don't understand, they're still spraying. And I'm so easily affected by walking past someone with perfume on.
Yeah.
It really just instantly affects my body, and I can tell. So I have made my body so clean now. And I think that experience has shaped how I approach skincare now and my resilience level. So it all intertwines, and I think that's really important. So it's not
Definitely.
just about the results, it's about supporting our skin and body on an optimal level. So that's how I flowed into oral oil.
Yes. And how did you discover the magic of castor oil?
So I had been using castor oil for quite a few years,
Mm.
and that's why I decided to bring that that's why it flowed into oral oil, because I've been using it at home, and I've been using frankincense, Mei-Cheng, and a bit of vitamin E, and just mixed in the concoction at home on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
And then I just realized how important it was, for our body, and how the results were instant. And I was just getting better with the blemishes, and it really helps acne prone skin because it's so anti-inflammatory.
Mm.
So what a wonderful group of ingredients to add to your skin. So yeah,
Yeah.
very, very proud.
Absolutely. And I've heard so many, stories about healing qualities of castor oil, castor oil packs over the pelvic floor, and the
Yes.
uterus. I get
Yes.
some really painful period pain from adenomyosis, and I've used castor oil for that too.
Yeah.
So it's got healing qualities for sure.
So many of my I get so many messages, like babies' rashes,
Yeah,
eczema, and just sunburn. It's like it heals so much. It is so powerful.
yeah.
So you're right. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Castor your aura oil is beautiful under makeup as well as the first layer, and then putting
Yes.
my sunscreen or tinted sunscreen on top, and it just gives it that extra glow, and
Yeah.
it's not too oily. And I do have oily skin, so my skin's fine with aura oil with that, but it's just so hydrating, especially as I get older and I have
Oh,
those dry patches. And my husband uses it on his face and his body as well. And
just send
yeah,
in
I
the
bet
black
you get a lot
bottles.
of that where it's in the
We
bathroom.
do.
Yeah.
That's why I made the black bottle. And I'm like, this has to, I have to make it a bit more masculine, even though the women come in and think it's really sexy, which it is. It's got that beautiful, like really crisp, like black color to it. So it looks beautiful. But their husbands steal it all the time. And, I hear this all the time, but they don't want to admit, in public that they're using something for their face. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really important for perimenopause and menopause. I had women, I had a lady yesterday who came in, she drinks 6 liters a day. So 6 liters of water a day and her skin's still dry. We go, it's a hormonal change. We can't fight it. So she's just drenching in oil because it literally is instant because it's
Yeah.
topical.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, yeah, we go through some really difficult times as
Yeah.
women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so who do you think aura oil is particularly for?
I really think it's from 0 to 100. I've never said that before, but it is for everybody. It is for babies who have the cradle cap. I've got
Yeah.
new mums messaging me who are pregnant and breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Castor oil can bring on, birth if they're pregnant. So I just tell people not to put it anywhere near their belly button, but you really have to be using quite a bit, and that's more for detox and because it's going through your umbilical. But yeah, I think it is for everyone. I literally think it's for everyone. There's
Yeah.
only been one or two people out of about 5,000 orders that we've dealt with that have been a little bit sensitive to the essential oils, which is the Mei-Chang and the frankincense. But yeah, other than that, everyone has been quite responsive in a positive way. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
So you launched it, how many years ago now did you first launch it?
It was only at the beginning or the end of 2024. So
Yeah.
December 2024. So it's only really over a year old.
Yes. And it's
And
just
it's
taken off.
just,
It's taken off.
it's taken off. If I had more people, it would probably be greater because there's so much behind it. There's so much analytics and logistics and,
Yeah.
like it's really difficult to do that with one person. So I've started, hiring people to outsource certain things. But
Right.
essentially I'd like to do everything myself I want to because I founded it and I want to, speak genuinely about how I feel about it and
Yes.
no one is more passionate than me.
Yes.
So yeah, it's definitely taken off and we have lots of exciting things coming.
Yeah, yeah, great. Oh my gosh.
I know.
I'm so wrapped for you. It's so well
Thank you.
deserved. Well, so you and I both have spoken about the topic of resilience before, and I know you've been through a lot in your life.
Yeah.
You've been through a lot, and
Mhm.
resilience, as you know, is the heart of everything that I do at Bend Like Bamboo.
Yeah.
But I think resilience means something different to everybody, and depending on what they've lived through. What does resilience mean to you, and has your definition changed as you've grown as a business owner, as a mother, and building something that really matters?
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting question because to this very day, I'm still dealing with challenges. So I still believe that I'm becoming better at being resilient, but it is difficult because challenges that I've been through are quite intense. And I think ever since I was little, I've learned to just deal with it, just get over it and deal with it. And then it makes you stronger for the next problem or challenge or bottleneck or whatever it is. So I feel like it's just getting through it, just not giving up and just getting through it. So, that's why my metal toxicity issue made me more resilient because I learned that I either had to fix it or I was going to, decline in a very rapid way. And I just thought I've got to fix things. So resilience means to me, I guess, fix things. It means fix it and move forward. Otherwise, it's a downward spiral. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense. It's so
It
simple, but
absolutely
it's a really
does.
hard question to pinpoint. But I mean, that's why, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess my challenges have some people learn, some people don't learn, and some people learn the hard way, and some people takes 30 years, 40 years to learn.
Yeah.
Going through something like we've gone through, you learn things. Some people just cruise on in life and don't realize, and then something just sparks, you know, their interest in learning about that. So that's why I flowed into oral because I wanted to help people because so many people come in. I feel like I'm a psychologist
Yeah.
most of the time in my clinic because not only do they come in for, because we're a holistic clinic as well. So
Yeah.
not only do we do medical aesthetics, but I always have a naturopath who's a compounding chemist in town that is just brilliant. Friends with
Mm.
Barbara O'Neill, just an incredible woman who looks at people on the inside. So I always help people by suggesting that they go and visit her and so, they help them. And because they're just at a crossroad and they don't know what to do. So I'm trying to teach them
Yeah.
there's more, there's so much more than just going to your GP and getting a script for something. You need to look outside and read your bloods and
Yeah.
let's look at what we can do in a really holistic way because there's so much out there that can help.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. What I'm
yeah,
hearing is you're helping
so,
your clients to, heal and feel
oh,
beautiful from the inside out.
that's so important because that's why we have this not collaboration, but I always just center a million people because I can't fix people's skin necessarily sometimes if the inside is all a bit of a mess. And
Right.
I do kind of say it like that. And I say, look, I can do what I can on the outside and help you, but we need to clean up what's going on. And I find that out during a consultation or if they tell me that, they eat out a lot or they've got rashes or inflammatory conditions or you just can tell over the years I've been in the industry for a while and through my experience I think through
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
has made me realize that I can see through what they're saying if something a rash that's not going away or pimples or whatever so they go and see Shiloh let's correct and it's usually 99 out of 100%
Yeah.
it's gut related so
No,
yeah
I really relate to that, and I'm so on board with that approach. I have the air care team in Ben like Bamboo, where I take care of
yeah
the stress levels and the emotional connections to physical ailments. And kinesiology is a great tool to identify stress.
yeah
But some of my clients might need to get functional clinical testing, gut health
yes
repair,
yeah
osteo work. And I try and stay in my own lane. And I love that you're
yes
taking that holistic point of view because in Chinese medicine, the lung is the barrier of the outside and the inner world. And when the lung, meridian, and organ is healthy, we can breathe life and inspiration into new projects, new versions of ourselves. But what blocks us in the lung is grief, guilt, and longing emotions. So if, yeah, your client's going through that, or they've got eczema or, a rash on the skin, it'll come down to their gut health as well, but their
yeah
emotional well-being too.
oh emotional as well absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important, isn't it? I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of people that have been through so much trauma, and it's really sad. And I can't really talk about most of it because it's that sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another aspect to it. So usually they've come to me when they've started to heal and started to go, no, this is my time now. This
Yeah.
is my time to look after my skin.
Yeah.
And they're not in that, acute phase.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure what I would do. But yeah, they're like, okay, right now, I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to, spend a little bit of money on myself. It's about me. And I love that. I love it so much because that's where I'm at, it
Yeah.
hasn't,
Self-love. It's
yeah,
like it's very
absolutely.
healing. Well, what I'm
Yeah.
hearing is your definition of resilience is finding solutions. And that's what
Yes.
our oil is as well.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's why I create it. And it is a solution and it wasn't necessarily meant to be this product to sell and get out there, but it has become that because people are like, yeah, this is all right. I remember starting with my first bottle and it was just average, a round bottle with a sticker, not printed on. And everyone's like, this is great. And I'm like, okay. So then we have to order bulk amounts and and it's just skyrocketed because it's hard because you don't think that people are going to believe in what you've created. Like they just have to trust you. But I've built that trust up with my clients, and
Yeah.
I go out of my way all the time to try and help them, and that's probably why I'm exhausted so much, but it's something that I love to do. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, well, there'll be
Yeah.
a way that you'll be able to evolve and grow as a business owner, as the CEO, where you can let this take off in ways where you can have other people help you and you can automate some tasks,
Yes.
even those DMs, and even doing podcasts like this. It's getting your message and the why and the brand out there. So I'm going to help you to be less exhausted
Oh,
because that's the next
oh,
step for you.
thank you.
Because this, I can see this going, all over the world, babe. Like it's such a great
Oh, I have
fit.
something really, yeah, 'cause we were actually going overseas on a plane, and then it got returned to a very, very beautiful clinic in the UAE. And because of everything that's happened, it's now come back, but they're still on board with it. But once, yeah, I mean, this it doesn't go against everything that I believe in because I don't want celebrity status, but it is a lot of interest from people at a different level and who could bring awareness. And I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah,
But yeah,
good.
that got returned because of the whole situation that we're living in right now.
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
so hopefully that gets there. And yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you for believing
Oh,
in
babe,
me.
it really is. I've been using Aura Oil for a while, and my twin sister's absolutely obsessed with it as well. And yeah, any way we can support you, we will.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So last question that I'd love to
Mm.
ask you. It's always my favorite question.
Oh,
So what's one thing you know now about business, about yourself, about your life, that you wish you could go back to tell the younger Nicole who was just starting out? What do you know now that would have changed everything then?
I think it would be like trust yourself sooner because I had so much doubt. And after meeting, it comes down to Josh, actually, who I met nearly 4 years ago, has brought out also the best in me. And that comes down, this could go on forever, but this is about energies and about bringing out the best person in me, and that's what everyone should do. And you hear that people speak, or it's rotten when people don't do that, but it just you just thrive when it does. So I think that he's made me believe, but I wish I had it. If I was who I was now, I would have trusted myself sooner. But I needed he brought out the best of me, and then I've just shone because it's just so much love and great energy. And yeah, I just wish that I had it. But you know what, it's all experience, and it's better late than never. But yeah, absolutely, just
Yeah,
believe in yourself.
yeah,
And
yeah,
because I had a lot of self-doubt, and I didn't find myself, I don't believe, until probably a good 10, 15 years ago. Like, and it's
yeah,
hard to put that down or say that out loud. But yeah, I think it takes time to find the real you.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't
So
think,
yeah, just
finding your real you in your 30s is not late.
no.
No,
Yeah. So
that was 10
and
years ago, like, and then now you're expressing all of those beautiful realizations and lessons. And, there's still so much more time. And, the
oh,
world is your
absolutely.
oyster. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
spent so much time overthinking and second guessing everything. And Josh just goes, just do it. So I'm still learning.
yeah,
Because I thought that everything had to be perfect because you'd see these brands and they're perfect. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like, as I said to you before, I started with this round bottle with a sticker on there. I'm like, and now I've got, we just got $20,000, 20,000 boxes delivered, but delivery boxes for the boxes that the boxes come in that come to your door. So it's just like huge, like it's just getting that right, and little stickers, and as I said before, the analytics and all that side of things. It's exhausting and it's a lot, but I've learned it doesn't have to be perfect. You can work that out along the way, and yeah, and
right,
you have to give it to yourself. No one's going to come and do that for you. So you have to, yeah, you have to
yeah,
learn to do that. So
yeah,
yeah, it's definitely not a linear growth. It's like it's very rocky. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And
lots of setbacks.
one thing I love about your approach is, yeah, you really understand the science behind skincare. And can we talk about that a little bit, like the science behind why
Yep,
Aura Oil works?
absolutely. So castor oil is highly anti-inflammatory. So what that means is that when you put it on your skin, it will help reduce any signs of inflammation. But saying that again, and it has healed a lot of people, but you have to get your gut. sorted out as well. Like we need to
Yeah.
get that refined a bit more if it isn't kind of working, because that alone won't work. But the science also behind aura oil is the frankincense and the Mei Chang are really beautiful oils at reducing wrinkles on your face.
Hmm.
So even that alone, but they can be quite strong, and castor oil is a little bit offensive. So we had to add some aromas to it as well. It is low comedogenic, meaning, and this is really important to me. So I needed to have something that was not going to block people's pores because they get very particular about that. And because it's an oil, it has that stigma that it's going to block pores. So it's not going to do that. When you put castor oil in particular, because that's 70% of what's in the bottle, on your face, it will actually allow greater absorption. Even though it's a thick molecule, it will actually absorb into your at a deeper level than any other oil. So that was also really important to me. That and emu oil are the only oils that can penetrate so deeply. But I chose castor oil because I've personally been using it,
Yeah.
and emu oil isn't vegan friendly. I
Yeah.
think that's very, very important for people. So
Yes.
yeah, there is a bit of science to it. Definitely a complicated version, but at a simplistic level, that's pretty much why I chose it. Anti-inflammatory, but the instant glow and shine doesn't block your pores, and
Yeah.
it helps reduce pigmentation and melasma. So it actually breaks down those pigments in the skin. So that's really important. Um,
Yes, and that's the
yeah,
other thing I've noticed in my skin. If I wear a
clearer.
clip and I expose down here, even just this
Yeah,
last summer, I had some pigmentation down here again, and I was just like, oh, damn. So then, yeah, I've used my roller, which has those pins in it, and to
perfect.
penetrate the aura oil in, and it's just pretty much gone now. So,
So that's awesome.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love hearing it because it really, I've got some ladies from Melbourne that message me and they don't have really social media, or they email me with their photos before and
Yeah.
after. And it's
Yeah.
great. It's not gone completely because that's 80 years or 70 years of pigment. But they have shown me the reduction, and it means the world to me. And I have women in Townsville that go on there, they're in the 70, 80-year-old bracket that go on their cruises, and, they retire. They come in and they show me their skin after they've been taking it overseas and on their trips. And they mean so much because it makes them feel good. Like they've
Yeah.
come in to my clinic to show me how good their skin is.
Yeah.
And those moments just grab me because I'm like, wow, like
Yes.
you've just come to take time out of your life to tell me that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
beautiful. It's just the
Yeah.
most rewarding thing when you're an entrepreneur, you've created something magical and it's from your heart and I can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so
thank you.
beautiful, Nicole. It's great. No, seriously, you're amazing and I
Oh, thank
absolutely
you.
adore you. And let's just get this out there. Tell everybody about Aura Oil.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yes,
it's
if you want
it's
to
so good.
find Nicole and Aura Oil for yourself, I'll put all of her details in the show notes. Give her a follow. She's one of the good ones. And to everyone listening, if this conversation landed for you, if something Nicole said made you stop and think and gave you a little more courage to back yourself, please don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to the Ben Like Bamboo podcast so these stories can reach the people who need it most, because that's exactly why we record them. And please remember, with a flexible mindset, we can adapt and we can transform our story and reimagine what's possible. Nicole, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. I loved it.
Thanks for listening to the Ben Like Bamboo podcast. If this conversation resonated, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to go deeper, whether you're managing chronic symptoms, leading through burnout, or seeking guidance and community, I'd love to welcome you into the Ben Like Bamboo family. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm here to support you wherever you are right now. Book a clarity chat with me and let's just talk about what's happening in your body, your work, and your life. All the links to join our community and also how to get in touch with our guests are in the show notes. Remember, with a flexible mindset, we can adapt, transform our story, and reimagine what's possible. I'll see you next time.